What is the Jewish view on the public display of affection, couples being publicly affectionate toward one another? Now, affection and physical affection is crucial in a marriage. It's crucial behind closed doors, but what I'd like to address is the Jewish view toward public affection in public. While everybody's watching, couples walking down the park holding hands or putting your arm around your spouse or things of that nature. What is the Jewish view? The Ramah, Rabbi Moshe Isserlis, on his glosses to the Shulchan Aruch, this is in Siman Chaf Aleph, chapter 21 of Even Ezra, of the section of the Shulchan Aruch of the Code of Jewish Law that deals with marriage. He writes there that couples should not display public affection. Obviously, affection, again, is important, and physical affection is important, but he argues that it should not be public and that it is halachically problematic. It is problematic in line with Jewish tradition, and there are two reasons why poskim, why halachic authorities say one should not be publicly affectionate with their spouse. Number one is, how is it going to make other people feel? Hopefully, if they have a very good marriage, it'll make them feel proud. You also have a great marriage, or at least you look like you have a great marriage. Maybe you don't. I don't know. There are situations where it's not going to make people feel good. It's not going to plant the right thoughts about you or your spouse in other people's minds. But there's a more fundamental reason. There's a more important reason, and that is Judaism sees public affection, or not public affection, but physical affection, physical contact, as intimate. Holding hands with your spouse should be an act of intimacy, should be something that is reserved for private spaces because it's private. Why is it private? We're not being intimate. We're just holding hands. Well, that's the problem. Holding hands should feel intimate, should feel a certain sense of closeness, so close where it's nobody's business, where I don't want anybody else in on this closeness. No couple in their right mind, hopefully, would argue that maybe we should engage in sexual intercourse publicly. Let's let other people see. I think it would be reasonable for one to say that's ridiculous. That's very private. It's nobody's business. It's a special moment between you two, and nobody else is invited into that private space. And Judaism argues that the same is actually with simply holding one's hand or putting your arm around your spouse. These things are very sensitive. And the moment we don't feel like they're that sensitive, and we are comfortable inviting other people into that space, is the moment that we have to kind of rethink our sensitivity. Have we become desensitized? So the Shulchan Aruch, or the Ramah in the Shulchan Aruch, argues that one should refrain from public display of affection because the affection, physical affection, is a step toward intimacy and should be intimate. And the way we preserve that intimacy is by keeping it private and not sharing it with anybody. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.